Hello everyone, how are you today? I am your teacher Jem Raymond and today we will discuss the what's more part of your quarter 2 module 1 in mathematics 6 entitled Relating Fractions and Ratio.
Hi everyone! Welcome to my channel, Tutorial by Sir Raymond. My name is Mr. Jem Raymond Chen, Master Teacher 2 from Escalante Central Elementary School. Click like and share if this video tutorial helps you. Don't forget to click subscribe below to keep updated for my future tutorial. For your suggestions, especially on the topic for my next tutorial, please leave your comment below. Hope you learned something in my video lessons for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Stay home and stay safe.
Again, this is the what's more part of your quarter 2 module 1 Relating Fraction and Ratio. Direction. Study each situation carefully and then complete each statement. Number 1. There are 5 apples and 3 guyabanos on the table. For us to visualize this, let us use a block model to represent the apple and guyabanos. So for apples, we have to use 5 blocks, of course. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for guyabanos, we have 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. Now, the ratio of the number of apples to the number of guyabanos is blank is to blank. As I said, we will consider the proper sequence of the quantities stated in each statement. Okay? Our first quantity in this statement is the number of apples, and our second quantity would be the number of guyabanos. So this one would be the number of apples. This is the first quantity, and this is the number of guyabanos, the second quantity. So, what will complete this statement? What number should we place here? Yes, that's 5. Very good. How about the second quantity? Very good. That's 3. So the number of apples is 5 and the number of guyabanos is 3. So therefore, the ratio of the number of apples to the number of guyabano is 5 is to 3. For every 5 apples, there is 3 number of guyabanos. Next. So let's make this in fraction form. So number of apples here in the first quantity located in the numerator, then the number of guyabanos located in the denominator. So 5 is to 3 is written also in fraction as 5 third or 5 over 3. So that is how they are related to each other. Next. The number of apple is blank of the number of guyabanos. So what would be the figure or the fraction should be placed here? Very good. The number of apple is 5/3 of the number of guyabanos. Okay? Did you get it, class? Very good. Next statements. The ratio of the number of guyabanos to the number of apples is blank is to blank. So the arrangement now is different compared to the previous statements. So, the first quantity here is for the number of guyabanos here, and the number of apples would be the second quantity. What will complete this statement? Yes, the number of guyabanos would be 3, and the number of apples would be 5. So the ratio of the number of guyabanos to the number of apple is 3 is to 5. Let's make this in fraction form. The number of guyabanos now is our first quantity. Since this is the first quantity, this should be located in the numerator. And the second quantity would be the number of apples located in our denominator. So the number of guyabanos here is 3. This one, the first quantity, and the second quantity would be 5. So the number of guyabanos over the number of apples would be 3/5. So the number of guyabanos is blank the number of apples. What would complete this statement? Very good. The number of Goyabano is 3/5 of the number of the apples. Number 2. Tina has 2 red marbles and 5 blue marbles. So again, we will use block model to represent the red marbles and the blue marbles. So the red marbles will be represented by 2 blocks. And blue marbles would be represented by 5 blocks. Na mas madali siyang i-drawing or i-represent. So let's now have this statement. Let us complete this statement now. The ratio of the number of the blue marbles to the number of red marbles is blank is to blank. So what would be our first quantity in here? Yes, the first quantity is the marbles, the blue one. The number of marbles, blue marbles, will be written here. And the second quantity would refer to the number of red marbles would be written here. Now, what is the final answer for this statement? Very good. That's 5:2. There are 5 blue marbles and we have 2 red marbles. So the ratio of the number of the blue marbles to the number of red marbles is 5:2. So in every 5 marbles, blue marbles, there is 2 number of red marbles. Let's write these to its fraction form. So the first quantity, 5, is the number of marbles. The second quantity, 2, would be the red marbles. So 5 should be written here in the numerator as the first quantity, and the second quantity would be 2, will be written in the denominator. Now, the number of blue marbles is blank of the number of the red marbles. What will complete this statement? Very good. The correct answer is 5 halves. So the number of blue marbles is 5 halves to the number of the red marbles. So let's have another set of statements for number 2. So the ratio of the number of red marbles to the total number of marbles is blank is to blank. So this time, the first quantity we have here is the red marbles, and the second quantity would be the total number of marbles. So what will complete this statement? Yes, very good. The red marbles will be 2. Okay? And the total number of marbles will be, so how many marbles do we have in all? Yes, you add class 2 and then 5. So what is the sum? Very good. That's 7. So the ratio of the number of red marbles to the total number of marbles is 2:7. Next. So the first quantity would be the red marbles located, of course, in the numerator in the fraction. And the total number of marbles is located in the denominator because this is our second quantity. So 2:7 here is also written as 2/7. Next, the number of red marble is blank to the total number of marbles. What will complete the statement? Very good. It's 2/7. The number of red marbles is 2/7 of the total number of the marbles. Got it? Very good. Number 3. Ray is 7 times as heavy as his son, Ivan. 7 beses na mas mabigat si Ray kaysa sa kanyang anak na si Ivan. How will you represent that using a block model? Okay. So, ito yung magre-represent ng bigat ni Ray. So, that's 7. And yung kanyang anak naman ay 1. 1 block lang. Okay? Kasi mas mabigat daw ng 7 beses nga si Ray kaysa sa kanyang anak na si Ivan. Now, let's complete this statement. The ratio of Ivan's weight to Ray's weight is blank is to blank. Now, para masagot natin ito, ano ang unang quantity natin na ibinigay dito sa statement? Yes, ang weight ni Ivan. At yung pangalawang quantity ay ang weight ni Ray. Now, what is the weight of Ivan? Very good, that's 1. How about the weight of Ray? Yes, that's 7. So meaning the ratio of Ivan's weight to Ray's weight is 1 is to 7. Next, Ivan's weight is blank of Ray's weight. Paano natin kukumplituhin yung statement na to? Yes, we will use fraction. And how will you do that? Ang weight ni Ivan, yung first quantity, at ang yung second quantity ay yung weight ni Ray. So, ang ibig sabihin, to complete this statement, we will use the fraction 1 over 7. So, Ivan's weight is 1/7 of Ray's weight. Next, their total weight is blank plus blank equals blank units. So, paano natin yan isa-solve? Very good. I-add lang natin, class. So, yung weight ni Ivan na 1, yung weight ni Ray na 7, would equal to, very good, 8. 8 units lahat yung bigat nilang dalawa. Now, Ivan's weight is of their total weight. So, ikukumpara natin naman yung weight ni Ivan sa total weight nilang dalawa, which is 8 nga, di ba? So, yung first quantity natin dito ay still ay yung weight ni Ivan. Yung second quantity na yung maiba kasi that will refer to the total number of their weights. So, ibig sabihin, yung tamang sagot dito ay 1/8. 1/8 lang ang weight ni Ivan i-compare natin sa total number of weight kanyang ama at sa kanya. Next, the ratio of Ray's weight to their total weight is blank is to blank. Ratio na naman ng yung itinatanong, class. Pero yung first quantity natin dito ay Ray's weight. So yung first quantity dito yan ilalagay. Yung second quantity dito. Yung second quantity ay ang total weight nilang dalawa. Again, what is the weight of Ray? Very good, that's 7. And the total weight is 8. So, ang ratio ng bigat ni Ray sa kabuang bigat nilang dalawa ay 7:8. Next, Ray's weight is blank of their total weight. So, we will use fraction naman this time. So, yung weight ni Ray, yung first quantity, at yung second quantity ay ang total weight nilang dalawa. So, to make that in fraction, you'll have to use 7 in the numerator and 8 as in denominator. So, yung tamang sagot ay 7/8. Ray's weight is 7/8 of their total weight. Number 4. The number of stumps Percy has is 7/3 of the number of stumps May has. So, yung first quantity natin dito, class, ay yung stump ni Percy, which is 7, di ba? Yung number naman ng stump ni May ay 3. Kasi si May, ang stump ni May ay ang ating second quantity. So, Percy has 7 and May has 3 number of stumps. So, Percy represented by these 7 blocks and May will be represented by 3 number of blocks. Now, let's have this. The number of stumps May has is blank of the total number of stumps they have. So, yung first quantity naman natin dito, class, ay ang number ng stump ni May, which is 3 nga. How about yung pangalawang quantity natin, which is the total number of stumps? Yes, 3 plus 7. How much? Yes, 10. So, ibig sabihin, ang ilalagay natin dito ay 3/10 or 3/10. So, the number of stumps May has is 3/10 of the total number of stumps they have. Next, The ratio of the number of stumps Percy has to the total number of stumps they have is blank is to blank. So ngayon naman class, yung first quantity natin ay yung stump ni Percy. Ang pangalawang quantity naman yung total number ng stump nilang dalawa. Pero this time, we will use ratio na. So again, your first quantity here is very good. That's 7 kasi 7 nga yung stump ni Percy. How about yung total stump nilang dalawa? How much? Very good. That's 10. So the ratio of the number of stumps Percy has to the total number of stumps they have is 7 is to 10. Next statement. The ratio of the number of stumps Percy has to the number of stumps May has to the total number of stumps they have is blank is to blank is to blank. So tatlong quantity ang kakailanganin natin dito. Yung first quantity natin dito class would represent the number of stump of Percy kasi siya yung unang ibinigay na statement dito. Yung pangalawang quantity natin dito naman ay yung stump naman ni May. At yung third quantity natin dito ay ang number of stumps nilang dalawa. Kay Percy ay 7. Yung pangalawa ay 3. At yung pangatlong quantity ay 10. So yung tamang sagot ay 7 is to 3 is to 10. So that is for number 4. Number 5. Hassan had 15 pesos. Julie had 30 pesos. And Arnel had 21 pesos. The total amount of money they had is, to complete this statement, we have to find the sum of the money of Hassan, Julie, and Arnel. So that's 15 plus 30 plus 21. So magkano yan lahat? Yes, that's 66 pesos. The ratio of the amount of money Julie had to the amount of money Arnel had in its simplest form is, now the first quantity we have here is the money of Julie. And the second quantity we have here is the money of Arnel. But we have to express that to lowest term. Now, the money of Julie is 30 and the money of Arnel is 21. Now, that can be expressed in simplest form by finding the greatest common factor or GCF. Yung GCF class again, siya yung number na pinakamalaki na pwedeng makahati sa 30 at saka sa 21. Ano kaya yung number na pwedeng makahati sa 30 at saka 21? Yung pinakamalaki dapat. Correct, 3. So yung 3 na yan class, ang gagamitin nating divisor sa pag-divide ng 30 at saka 21. Now, 30 divided by 3, how much? Correct, 10. How about 21 divided by 3, how much? Correct, that's 7. So, ibig sabihin, yung ratio ng money ni Julie sa money ni Arnel is 10 is to 7. Next, the amount of money Hassan had is blank of the amount of money Arnel had. So, in this case, class, we have to use fraction form. So, yung first quantity natin ay yung money ni Hassan na 15 at saka yung money ni Arnel na 21. Oh, so, that's 15 for Hassan and 21 for Arnel. Now, can we reduce that to simplest form? Yung 15 over 21. Yes, paano natin yan i-express to lowest term? Yes, i-divide natin sila sa kanilang GCF na 3 pa din. Very good. So, 15 divided by 3 is 5. And 21 divided by 3 is 7. So, the answer here is 5 over 7. So, the amount of money Hassan had is 5/7 of the amount of money Arnel had. Next statement. The amount of money Julie had is blank of the total amount of money they had. So, yung money ni Julie class, yung first quantity natin at yung second quantity ay yung ang lahat ng pera nila, which is 66. So, yung money ni Julie ay 30. At yung money nilang tatlo Ang kabuuan ay 66. So that's 30 over 66. Still, we will find the GCF ng 30 at saka 66. Ano yung GCF nilang dalawa? Yes, 6. Very good. Yung 6 na yan, class, ang magiging panghati or divisor natin sa 30 at saka 66. Now, 30 divided by 6, how much? 5. How about 66 divided by 6? 11. So, ibig sabihin, yung answer natin dito ay 5/11 or 5 over 11. The amount of money Julie had is 5/11 of the total amount of money they had. Next statement. In simplest form again, the ratio of the total amount of money Hassan and Arnel had to the total amount of money all three had. So, ang una nating quantity dito, class, ay ang total money ni Hassan at saka ni Arnel. Magkano ba yung pera nilang dalawa? 15 plus 21. So, ibig sabihin, mayroon silang 36 na pera or 36 pesos na pera. At saka, yung kabuang pera nila ay 66, silang tatlo. So, that is 36, yung first quantity natin dito, at saka yung 66. What is the GCF of 36 and 66? Yes, 6. Very good. So, yung 6 na yan, i-divide natin yung or magiging divisor ng ating 36 at saka 66. 36 divided by 6, how much? 6. Very good. How about 66 divided by 6? 11. So, ibig sabihin, we have 6 is to 11 as your ratio. So, in simplest form, the ratio of the total amount of money Hassan and Arnel had to the total amount of money all three had is 6 is to 11. Hanggang dito na muna ang ating discussion, class. Thank you so much for watching. Keep safe, everyone!